Hi, and welcome to day 5 of the Hone Your Inner Compass Challenge. I am Jessica Graham Robinson with SacredSpaceHealingArts.com, and I am happy that you are still with me on this. So, I wanted to just take a few minutes to talk about why we want to sit in silence and kind of dispel some myths around meditating. So, sitting in silence is important because just like the same way we talked about the stomach, the digestive organs needing to remember the word spanda, that like there's this natural everywhere in the universe, there's this natural ebb and flow, expansion, contraction, right? So the same thing happens with our consciousness. But what is typical for us as modern Americans is that we are constantly taking in, kind of like what we talked about with day 1, with the senses. We're constantly taking in, we're constantly tending to things outside of ourselves and really giving very little attention to the inner self and very little attention or priority to our stillness. So it becomes like we kind of have a deficit in that way. And it becomes really important for us to sit. There's a lot of research out there. You could just Google benefits of a meditation practice, and you will find all kinds of benefits ranging from stress relief to like mental effects and outlook, also to physical, very, very physical effects of how your immune system will be boosted. Your life can be lengthened from meditating. Seriously. Like, that's huge. If you knew that you could take a small period of time every day to meditate, to sit in silence, and that your life would be extended because of it, would you do it? Answer that honestly. Would you do it? Because many of these things that we have talked about over these last few days will have that effect. Short of you getting hit by a bus, your life will be lengthened if you protect your senses, if you don't snack, if you eat an earlier, lighter dinner. And you could say, like, seriously, but it's because of the effect of it. It's not simply the eating an earlier, lighter dinner is just a physical habit, you might say. But what's happening over time is that you're bombarding your digestive system and therefore your immune system, and you're starting to be able to thrive. You're starting to be able to digest your experiences more helpfully and your food. And so it makes a much bigger difference than you would expect. And feeling our feelings, same thing. Definitely extending your life expectancy here. So these little things that I've mentioned seem so small and can seem insignificant, but the effect of them is much larger than you can see when you're on, the other side of it. When you're on the side of it that you're just starting to approach it. When you're on the other side of it and you have these habits in place, it's tremendous. It really is tremendous what it brings to your life. And long term, all of these things have a compound effect, meaning that you could practice them and see results after a day or 3 days or a week or 2 weeks. But if you keep doing them, then the effect is not just the effect of each day added together, but much, much more. It just becomes pretty huge, the effect of it. So when we sit in silence, what's happening is we're opening ourselves to a much bigger perspective. We're giving ourselves a break and allowing for the stillness, like for the exhale, if you will, right? The inhale, exhale. You're allowing for the exhale, the stillness to settle in. You're increasing your relationship with yourself, your self-love, your intuition, all of these pieces. And one of the things I really wanted to talk about too was that there is a little bit of a connotation with the word meditation. And I just want to let you know that meditation does not belong to any particular religion or sect of ideas, right? Anyone can meditate. And there's also this idea circulating around meditation that in order to meditate, you have to be able to clear your mind. And this just isn't true. In fact, your mind is meant to think. So we're not trying to stop the thoughts, but instead we're hoping to slow them down and to put a little more like space in between the moments, in between the thoughts. But you're going to have the thoughts. And the more you make time for this, the better and the easier it will be. But even if you sat down for 1 minute every day and just breathed, if you just seriously set a timer wherever you can fit it into your day, and for 1 minute meditated or just sat in silence and breathed, then you would start to see effects. I promise. So you can't use "I don't have time" because everyone has 1 minute. So what I'd like you to commit to for this habit, for this challenge, is to just sit for 1 minute. And to do it for several days in a row if you can. The meditation that I have provided, the audio that I've provided, is a little bit longer. It's going to be 10 minutes. Feel free to start it and then turn it off after a minute. But work up to the 10 minutes if you can. You're not required to do it for the whole length of time. And it's not as if you won't get benefit from it if you do it for a shorter amount of time. You're going to get benefit regardless. You're going to get benefit if you, like I said, if you just sit for 1 minute every day. But what you might find is that you sit for 1 minute and then you want to stay there a little longer. And then that's cool too. So that is my message for you today. And I hope that you're able to try this. I want you to try it. I want you to see what you gain from it, because it might be a lot more than you expect. In fact, it will be a lot more than you expect. So give it a go, 1 minute or 10, whatever you have, and connect with me in the forum. Let me know what's going on for you, how this felt. It's normal for your thoughts to be racing. Try the audio, because I'm going to give you some tips. I'll be guiding you, so it's a little easier than going it on your own in the beginning. And I'll see you in there. So have a great start to your week, and namaste.